For too long, the most vulnerable in our society were unseen, overlooked, forgotten. Why should an 18th birthday mean losing your support, your home, your certainty? Who among us would do that to our own children?
Growing up in the system, you sort of live every day as it goes. Like, I guess you're not really planning for the future. You just end up in a bit of survival mode, honestly.
It's almost like there's a end point and there's nothing past that. It's all just going to crash after that.
The help from Homestretch is that there is someone there to help with big decisions if the young person wants them to, and to also help out financially like other parents would do with their biological kids. They don't expect them to move out when they're 18 and to be fully self-sufficient.
That's why in 2016, Homestretch launched a campaign to make it 21. A national campaign that aimed to change each state and territory's laws and offer young people the option of continued care to the age of 21.
Once the young people are 18, they're obviously legally adults, but there's still a lot of unresolved trauma. There's either no connection or not great connections with birth family. There's often mental health issues. So they really do need continued parenting after that age.
From mental health through to housing, through to unemployment, through to justice, through to hospital admissions. They are the standout cohort of 18 to 21-year-olds that are the most disadvantaged, bar none.
Yeah, there were a lot of things going wrong in child protection that a lot of people said to me, why would you want that portfolio? It's the hardest. But from my point of view, it was the one that I could see so many changes that could be made that would be beneficial.
And it's a very compelling case. For every dollar you invest in extending care to 21, you get a $2 return in terms of the improved life trajectory and the cost to government that subsequently flows from that. So if you look at that over a 10-year period, it's roughly $2.4 billion is saved over a 10-year period for governments of all persuasions.
So the stats are all there. It was really putting together the work to say, well, these are the consequences of not funding this, and the expenses of not funding it far exceeded the expenses of funding it.
From a government's perspective, you're actually getting benefit socially and financially for your community.
We did this scheme to ensure that a foster child gets supported to the age of 21. Very proud of that. I just wanted to leave the state better than I found it.
It's amazing. I could die happy knowing that I made a difference in that area.
That was the proudest day of my life as a minister, because we had a tangible outcome for young people.
There's a saying that goes that it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a state acknowledging its responsibilities to that child to assist in the growth and the development of young people.
The logic of it all isn't really rocket science here. It's rather than logic, it's just human behaviour, isn't it, that we're wanting to replicate in an institutionalised way.
I think with the advent of extended care, what's happened is in some ways it gives permission for public administrators to view that role of being a surrogate parent in a more expansive and positive way.
For myself, with how my caseworker Rhiannon is, she's just lovely. She's just lovely. She's so nice, and she's like worked overtime for me and like helped me out with a million things, and I've not had a lot of like support with me, so she's always been somebody I could like rely on. Don't even know who I'd be without her support throughout the past couple of years.
Now that the state see these young people, we've got now 5,500 and we'll probably be 10,000 young people by the end of the year on extended care right around the country, which is tremendous.
You know, I used to have 20 kids in out-of-home care who talked to me unfiltered each month. Their greatest fear was not having certainty of where they'd be in terms of support, in terms of where they'd live. A Homestretch provides that consistency and so forth.
I had so much normalcy that it was like foreign to me. It felt like something that I should have had, but I never expected it. And it was always really confronting, but in the best ways. Like, it was like, oh, I'm supported. It's really cool.
Why should I have gone through out-of-home care and then end up with no parents in the end anyway. You don't just stop parenting a child when they turn 18 or 21.
Like, I thought when I turned this age, when I was younger, that I would be exactly where I was, like just homeless again, but I'm not. It's cool. Yeah.
I feel as though Homestretch for me was very enabling in helping me break the chain, break the cycle that just keeps repeating itself. I'm now the role model for my sister or for my younger cousin. I think it's powerful to see that cycle not continuing.